Wow, what a weather change. So here's the next project. 2007 Freightliner M2 business class. Got a C7 automatic. I know C7s have a bad rep, and I couldn't pass the price up on it. I mean, even for me to fix it, I mean, and enjoy it. I mean, it's not the money aspect of it. It's more of the learning, of being able to do it and stuff like that. So, but I got this cheap. Just got it here, and I was having issues with it building it. Well, it wasn't supposed to run. I put batteries in it and it fired right up. And I was having issues with it building air. So I tapped on the compressor a little bit, got it to fire up a little and die. Fire up a little, die. Then it stayed running, and then it just shut off again. So I'm thinking it's something, whatever turns that on. I watched one of JC's videos explaining how the air compressor works. So I'm just going to take what tips he has that he had put on there and see what's going on. First, I'm going to check the valves on top of the head of the compressor, and then go to the purge valve next. Alright, so first off, what we're going to do is we're going to get this top of these valves off, make sure they're not stuck. That seems to be common issues with these. But this one, I don't know yet what I want to do, but my plan right now is to put a wedge roll bed, drive on wedge bed on the back of this to haul things with. So I know this is not the good motor to do it with, but if I come down the line, this is a beautiful chassis, rust free. I mean, it's got surface rust on here, nothing's thin, tires are excellent. Brand new. Brakes are, they got a little bit of wear, but they're in good shape. The fronts are brand new, you can tell that. Dual 55 or 50 or 55 gallon drums, fuel cells. 50. I just put 2 new batteries in it. One is still good. Interior is in really good shape. It does have high mileage. But and then the mirror is messed up, which I got another mirror for it. I'm not gonna pass that for what I paid for it. I know it's stupid to get one with the C7, but I mean, it's not like I'm made $1 million, so this would do just fine. I did get a maintenance record book of it, so it's been well taken care of. But I threw batteries in it and it fired up. Got there primed fuel because someone siphoned all the fuel out, and I put fuel in it, but fired up, no blow by. I haven't got enough to get it warm because that sensor was causing issues and it was going in shutdown protection mode. So none of the front ends loose. I checked that out, all learning from JC on how to check the front ends, brakes, stuff like that. So really the mileage, this has 300,000. Mileage in this right here is the worst of this whole thing, but I can swap in a 3126 into it easily, bolts right in, and I may go that route, or if I can find a 6.7 Cummins that came in these in a rolled truck or something like that, it might work. But they put a new heat pump on it. It looks like new injection harness. I looked down the valve cover, it looks like new injectors. I mean, they definitely put work into this. I don't know if building air was an issue, and that's why this was parked and sold. I was told it was non-running, and that was the guy that bought it from them. So I got lucky on that one, but it looks like it's got a new governor on it. So I'm gonna pull these plates off, make sure these valves ain't stuck here. And if this compressor is bad, the guy I got this from has a whole nother engine. It's got a hole in the block with a good compressor on it. So we'll go that route. They don't look too bad to change out. Kind of a pain, kind of in there, but we should be okay. So let's get after it. All right, so I got the cover off here, and They don't look too bad. They are gunky. I don't want to lose anything off of them. So I'm going to clean them up and put some assembly lube on them to clean them up really good. Clean up the bores. Maybe, just maybe, it might work. Like I said, it's got a new governor on it, so I doubt that's it. But it doesn't sound like it's making any air. Like, it's not leaking anything. Nothing like that. So it is not, like, I haven't cracked that line yet, but it's acting like it's not doing anything. But I don't hear any noises from it, so I'm just going to continue on and step by step with what at least I've read and learned. Alright, so I got the one cleaned up and definitely made a difference. So I got this one a little cleaned up. I'm not using any brake cleaner or anything on it because I don't want to destroy the seals, so everything's coming off pretty easy. But I'm going to continue clean up these springs and put some lube on it and put it back together. It's just getting really windy out here now. It's about 35 degrees, so it's pretty nippy, and I think in 2 days it's supposed to be back up in the 70s, so that's Ohio for you. So I just wanted to get this so I know what I'm working on. Listen to this thing purr. So I cleaned that, and look at that. We're building air pressure. There's our check engine light on. I guess when these batteries go dead for a long time, it can cause loss of memory. And then ABS and track in the brake. I want to see if they go off when the air brakes go. But that thumping you hear is the drive shaft spinning. It's not hooked up at the back here. I mean, it's not in gear. I have no way to really stop it besides putting that back on. So we're going to see if we have brakes so everything releases. Go from there. I got to uncage that, then bolt back there. Should be good. Figured I'd give you a quick walk around too. I mean, it's running great. I'm hoping this thing blows air. It's air pressure off. It should be around 150. The interior's good. Just needs clean. Yeah, it should be. Well, it might be 120. So good oil pressure. Water has not yet came up yet. The beeping's because the air's not all the way there yet. So there you go. It looks like a stop right there. I'm going to be replacing the U-joints in the drive floor. That came back on. Maybe a sensor. I just want to see if it lets the air brakes loose or purges. That might be a pressure sensor. Yeah, it's not building past that. Yeah, it's having trouble building air. So we're gonna have a dryer plugged up or something. Other than that, it's starting to come up the temperature, starting to run good. I gotta fix that dry shaft, that's getting annoying. Alright, so I'm gonna say that's the reason this thing was parked. It's not building over 90 psi. I got it about 125, but once I released it, it was not going there. So I'm gonna say it's probably a plugged dryer. So what I'll do is this guy's got another truck. I'll buy the dryer from him. Probably get the AC compressor from him, and I think that will work. It is charging. So like I said, this cab is just in immaculate condition. No rust. So what I'm gonna do is come out. We'll probably go stacks with it. Space out the stacks. AC does work. Heat does work. It's got a new compressor and condenser. So tires are good and within date. I believe they were 2019. So I'm not gonna complain about it right now. It's a C7, yes it is. What kills it is it's a C7, and JC Smith told me that what's gonna kill it is this engine. So yes, it's my decision on purchasing it, because I did talk to him about it, and but I mean it runs smooth, and I know that doesn't matter to some people, but to me, I find it interesting to be able to work on these. I've done heavy duty trucks, not thoroughly. I've replaced parts, stuff like that, but I never got into it big time. More than did the pickup truck diesels. So like I said, if this thing goes out, I mean, I know what I'm going to. I'm going to a 3126 or a 6.7 Cummins, if I can find one of these that are rolled over and that I can have shipped to me, because most of these are on Texas. So I'm gonna do some farther investigation here and go into it more, but it's more of an introduction video, and try to see what we can get going. So I appreciate it. I'll see you on the next one, and hopefully you enjoy watching at least some of the stuff I put out.